Happy Wednesday, friends. So this is day 3 of PVT50. Hopefully you are taking it on one day at a time and you're doing your best and surrendering the rest. It's not a race. It's not a contest. It's just you becoming more mindful about how you start your day and how you show up to your day. When you start your day with intention, it changes the way that you live. It changes how you show up. It changes, for me, it changes my whole mindset. Like if I'm feeling rushed or frustrated or overwhelmed, if I'm reactive versus setting my filter in the morning and taking that time to put on my own oxygen mask, and then life is still going to happen. The kids are still probably going to not listen. There will still be all the things, but when I can like pregame my day and get my mindset right, it is such a game changer. So I want to talk to you about vision because it's such a huge thing. It's so overwhelming. And I have had a vision practice since I became a coach because everyone's like, you need to have a vision. So all right, cool, let's do it. So, I did the whole vision board where I created pretty pictures. I did the whole write a bunch of sentences. But to be really honest, it didn't feel exciting after I initially did it. And I never felt like I got bored. I got really bored. So I'm going to walk you through what I am doing right now. And I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to make this your own. Like if you want to have a vision board, cool. You could put together some words that resonate for you, and you could even make that the screensaver on your phone. So when you get up in the morning, you look at your phone, that's your vision. Some people are visual. I am visual, but for me, having kind of changing things up and doing this is part of my the 3 things I do in the morning, where I write my gratitude, I read my vision, and then when I read my vision, it's so easy to write my book of proof, which I'll talk about that in a second because a few of you are still kind of having some questions about it. So I want you to come up with these 6 categories. And I have a bunch of pieces of paper, nothing fancy, literally they're all crinkly and stuff. And these just live inside my gratitude journal. So you can do the same. You could, type it up if you want, overachiever, whatever. Okay, but these are the 6 categories, and I will actually edit the caption of this video with them so that you can make them your own, and then you can use them. Okay, so number 1 is home. What does home feel like? What does it look like? Where do you want to live? If money and time and your career was absolutely it wasn't something you had to think about, what would home be like? Where would you live? What would it feel like? What would it sound like? What would it smell like? When you can bring in your senses of your 5 senses, you guys, that's really powerful because it's not just about saying the words every single day or reading the words. It's about feeling it and getting momentum emotionally, vibrationally, and getting excited about it, right? So number 1, what's your home like? What's it feel like? What's it smell like? Where is it at? Number 2, what are your relationships like? Who are they with? Do you have a dream person? What are your girlfriends like just all those things, just literally word vomit, kind of like your gratitude practice. Just don't overthink it and write down all the things you want your relationships to be. You want them to be fun. You want them to be life-giving. You want them to be encouraging. You want them to be, a two-way street. Maybe if you feel like you're always the one showing up for your friends, or you're always the one listening or being thoughtful, maybe you want to be on the receiving end of that. You can put that in your relationships file. Okay. Career, that's your next one. And maybe your career is homeschooling your kids. It's creating an amazing nest for your family. That is a super important career. It doesn't matter to me, whatever you want, and make it crazy big. I have a podcast, I have, a in-demand world-class speaker. I have all these crazy things. The crazier, the better. Doesn't matter if it's going to happen or not. It's just your vision. This is what you want for your life, your most ideal version of yourself, not who you are right now and what is possible, but what you want. What's on your Pinterest board, yo? Finances. What do you want to feel? How do you want to be able to spend? How do you want to give? How do you want to show up? What does your financial vision look like for your life? Not what your parents have done or what you think is your road, but wildest dreams. You fly first class, or you have vacation homes where all of your kids are once they're grown up, or you get to pay it forward and you get to purchase, homes for people who need it, or I don't know, it's your freaking vision. Okay, go crazy. Be big and bold. This is important. And then your body, like what does your body feel like? What does it feel like? What does it look like? What are things that maybe you wanted to change? Seriously, like, is there something that maybe you have inflammation or you struggle with something? Like, just what is your ideal body inside and out? How does it feel? What does it look like? Like, what is it able to do? Finally, is your free time or your community? Like, what do you want to do in your free time? Back in my old life, we used to have these things called drink and eats. They were so fun. And they were a book club, but no one ever read the book. So we just turned them into what they were, drink and eats. And everyone would bring something yummy and we would just like shoot the breeze, and sometimes we would craft, and like that is so fun. And I've tried to cultivate that here. It's just not, it's not happening, but it's on my freaking vision. It's on my vision, having fun book clubs and all those things, like just put it on there. So your categories again are home, relationships, career, finances, body, free time, and community. And then what I did was I just wrote each of those categories at the top, and I just like brain dumped everything I wanted. And I'm gonna update them because I've been reading this. I committed to doing 100% of my morning routine for 100 days. I started that, I think, a month ago, and I have done it because I committed to myself. I said, I'm gonna do this for 100 days. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna do it, because what if that's the one thing that changes my life? If you're fighting this, what if this is the one thing that changes everything? Like, it's such a small thing. It costs you literally nothing except for maybe 3 minutes. Like, it takes me not even, and I have a whole nother page of clarity statements that we're not even talking about, like my affirmations and stuff that I read in addition. But see, I've been doing this every day for like a month, and it's no longer exciting me. And so I'm gonna update mine today, and I'll take a picture and I'll drop it in a comment just for accountability. You don't need to look at it, that'd be kind of weird. But I'm gonna give you examples. So like my home category, we're not in our dream location. My part of my why for coaching is that I want financial freedom. I want to move my family wherever we wanna go, regardless of what the federal government or what Marshall's job says. That's a huge part of my why, is I want complete freedom of time, of where we live, all the things. And there are so many coaches that get that. And so why not me? Why not me? Why not you? Seriously, I know that some of you are on the fence, or you are coaching and you're struggling in your journey and you're like, it's just too hard. Lots of things are too hard, but it's also your perspective. Like, are you doing the work in your personal journey? Not even talking about coaching, but are you doing the work in your personal journey to level up some area of your life? Like, if you're not happy, you have to take action, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to force you. It's going to challenge you. It's going to require you to level up your life, and maybe to change your circle. Maybe you change your circle of influence. Maybe you're going to have to like get some extra training, or you're going to have to finally cut out the wine, or whatever it is in your way, which you more than likely know there's something that isn't serving you that you're doing. If you eliminate that and swap in something else that's healthy, that does serve you, you are going to get so much more momentum on your journey. But most of all, it's, I think, a psychological boost. Like when we do the hard freaking thing that we don't necessarily want to do, you guys, and then we prove to ourselves we can do it instead of coming up with all these reasons why we can't. I mean, that right there, that'll change your entire life. So for me, I was like, how do I do this? I don't even know how to do this, but I was like, if I was to go on Pinterest right now for just my category of home, what would I pin? You could do this with any of your categories. Like if you were going to create a mental Pinterest board, what would you want to pin? What is your ideal? Where do you want to live? What does it look like? Like, what do you see when you look outside? What is the culture of the community? What is your house like? And so I just brain dumped. I have the 3 places I would love to live. I have what the kind of house it is. I want a 2-story house. I want a huge triple garage. I want a wraparound deck. I want to have an office with big windows that connects to my kitchen and also connects to the deck. I want a big river rock fireplace and a massive white kitchen. I want to have a huge open floor plan. I want this many bedrooms and this many bathrooms. Like, place your order at the restaurant of the universe. Super clear. Will it just magically show up? No, it won't. But when you revisit it time after time after time, when you're starting your day with that as your vision, and it just kind of will be that little tiny shift in how you choose to show up. So, and then you know what? I had a bunch of things on here that's not even like, it's not even what that house looks like or where it's at. It's like how it feels. And like I always have Jesus music playing, and I have all my cats laying in patches of sunshine, and I can look outside and I can see the deer eating the apples. Those deer are gonna go in my freezer. I have all the things, like just go deep on it. And so in the morning, when you pull this out of your journal, you're gonna be like, you're gonna read it. Some days you're gonna read it like monotonously, like you're just like monotone, like rah, rah, rah. You're gonna read it. But if you do it every single day, you're conditioning your brain, you're conditioning your subconscious to show up as that next level version of yourself, and you're putting it out there, which I think is a really important thing. I read this quote, and it said that you need to believe and pray like God will do it, but then you need to take the action to make it happen. And that's really resonated with me, where I can't just sit back. I can't just cast my vision and then not do the work. And so this is a baby step. It's a big, important baby step in you guys creating that morning routine so that you do know what your vision is and where you want to go. And I used to shy away from a vision because I was like, I don't really know where I want to go. And I feel like if I come up with something that I'm limiting myself, it might not be my fullest potential. And I was like, that's so stupid. Your vision will change with you as you grow and you evolve. But like, what do you want? What is lacking from your life? Like under relationships, I had, like hot intimacy. I want that. Why not? I want laughter, and I want friends or family, and then we vacation together, and I want a fresh start with my parents. There's a lot of feelings there. All the things, monthly therapy, a church that we really like all those things I just put on there. And so once you do this, once you create this and you read it every single day, this is how you come up with the things to go in your book of proof. Because you're going to read this every single morning, and then you're going to ask yourself, what are 3 to 4 things that are showing up in my life in my ultimate vision? And so I put down that I wanted to have really fun relationships, and I wanted to have girlfriends that seek me out. And I kid you not, I wrote that out, and then Carly texted me the next day, and she's like, do you want to go for a walk? I'm in town. And I was like, yes, I do. Because I've been so lonely here. And so that was my book of proof. I wrote it in my book of proof. See, I have friendships. I have people that like me here. There are people that seek me out, which is all on my freaking vision. So don't limit yourself. This is silly. This is too small. This is vain. This is whatever. Seriously, your body, I'm going to tell you what's on my body vision. Okay. I'm choking. I need some unicorn juice. My body. Okay. So I'm in the best shape of my life. I feel really happy in my skin. I look bright. When I look back at all my Yuma photos, there's light and it's joyful. And I can see it, I can feel it, I can remember it. And then looking at all the photos from this last couple of years, it's been really hard. There's been a lot of stuff, and I haven't felt like I have that same light. And so I want that back. And then I put things on there like my nutrition is on point, and I'm completing programs, and I feel really good. It's easy to meditate. It feels good to slow down. I'm getting monthly massages and Bowen. I don't know, it's your freaking vision. So whatever you want for your life, don't cap yourself. Don't be like, well, that will never happen because of finances or because of my career or whatever. If you want it, put it on your vision. And just because it doesn't actually ever come into reality doesn't mean that you failed. Your vision is going to change, you guys. So this is such an important part of your morning practice. You want to have your gratitude, because an attitude of gratitude is going to attract more good, more positivity. It's going to help you shift your filter from, I have to do that laundry and now I need to clean up, to I'm grateful that we have this. I'm grateful that, number one, there's clean clothes to fold, because it shows I have a family. It shows that we have running water. It shows that we have machines that are functioning. It shows that we have an abundance to buy all the freaking 5 million pairs of pants, clearly, that we have. It's not just a pile of laundry. It's symbolic of the blessings in our life. And you can choose to look at it as something like you have to do, or instead you can flip the script and you can change your filter and be like, that pile of laundry waiting for me is a blessing and a gift, and I'm not going to begrudge it as much as I may have before. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So you have your gratitude practice. I have this journal that I just get at Marshall's or wherever, $4.99. You can get them at Target, whatever. But it's the perfect amount of space. And then every single day, I have one page and I write the date, my book of proof, all the ways that my vision is showing up in my life. The walks with Carly, All those things, I write them on here, okay? Just like two to 5, 3 to 4, I don't know, whatever, okay? It's not like you have to spend hours thinking of it, but the second you decide to start looking for the ways, the proof that it is showing up, that you are capable of doing this and that you are getting momentum on your journey, you guys, it's like fire. It just catches. And then the other side is my gratitude. And I just write down, I literally write all the things. You know, I'm grateful for straws. Like, I love straws. If you're new here, I really love straws. I'm grateful for really awesome, fun fiction books. I'm grateful for a local library. I'm grateful for the laundry. I'm grateful for flushing toilets. I'm grateful for clean sheets. Like, all the things. Stop overthinking it. And then once you start getting into that train of thought, you're like, wow, I really am grateful for so many things. So your gratitude practice every single morning. It's not going to take you very long. This is probably like a total of 6 minutes, okay? Maybe longer, actually. Well, maybe 9. It doesn't take me that long because I force myself. If I'm overthinking it, it's because I'm coming from a place of lack and irritation, and I have to remind myself, Sarah, there's so much to be grateful for, and I just force myself to puke it on paper. So 1 whole page of gratitude, like 3 to 5 things of all the ways, my book of proof, the way that my vision is coming into being, and the bigger the better. Like, who cares? Put it on there. And then I'm challenging you, once you've kind of gotten into the groove of it, like, tweak it. If there's things that don't quite resonate, like every day when I read it, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. I'm going to take it off. So I'm going to redo it today. And yeah, so that's how I do that 3 things in the morning: my gratitude, my book of proof, and my vision. You guys, if you can start your day with those things, you're just setting yourself up for success. So I'm fist bumping you all. I hope that things are going well and that you are feeling super excited about this. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to have all the boxes checked. This isn't 75 hard. This is you owning your journey and just stepping into it one piece at a time. Some of it will feel hokey and weird, but that's, inside the discomfort is where all of the good stuff comes, my friends. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And clearly, not everyone's doing it. So move your body today, get outside, just be freaking grateful that it's beautiful. I'm so grateful that I get to go outside today. Cool. So your categories again: home, relationships, career, finances, body, and your free time and community. Write it down, tweak it, and then just read it every single morning. It'll totally make a difference, I promise.